Lisa's in Indonesia, Jisoo's at Dior Japan, and in the year their contracts come back up, none of that feels accidental.
This is the BLACKPINK Daily Podcast. Today, contract talks with a real second half 2026 timeline. 4 solo cycles peaking at once, and YG name-dropping the group right alongside the rookies.
So is all that solo momentum leverage at the table, or just optics? Jisoo and Dior first.
Tap follow so the next episode finds you.
Here's a busy NT buzz.
BLACKPINK continues to dominate global headlines as new updates emerge about the group's future and individual activities. According to reports, discussions surrounding BLACKPINK's 2026 contract renewal with YG Entertainment are expected to resurface in the second half of 2026, drawing massive attention from fans worldwide. At the same time, BLACKPINK is rumored to be preparing a deadline Encore tour, potentially held in summer as part of their 10th anniversary celebrations, making it one of the most anticipated K-pop events.
Here's the piece to hold on to this week. Contract renewal talks with YG are reportedly set to resurface in the second half of 2026, right around the group's 10th anniversary. Every solo move we've watched lately hits a little differently once that's on the table.
Right, and the timing is wild. Lisa's filming in Indonesia, Jisoo's at Dior in Japan after Tokyo Dome. You've got all 4 members peaking solo at the exact moment they'd be sitting down to renegotiate.
That's leverage. Jisoo at Dior Japan, Lisa building a new project in the same stretch. Each one is showing exactly what she's worth at the table.
And does peaking now help or hurt? If you're Lisa with a Vegas run and a film shoot, you walk in strong. But it also means YG knows you don't need the group lane to eat.
The deadlined Encore tour rumor sits right inside that 10th anniversary window, too. A summer run would give the group a way to answer all this solo positioning, if it's real.
Rumored. I want a date and a venue before I get on the floor about an Encore tour. We've been burned by potentially before. Every time YG drops a roster announcement, BLACKPINK gets name-checked right alongside BABYMONSTER, Treasure, and the next debut. So for Blinks trying to read the tea leaves, is that a real signal about group plans? Or is YG keeping investors calm while contract leverage quietly builds toward 2026?
Honestly, probably both, and here's why. YG's own framing is a 2-track model. Regular activities by younger artists, and event-driven activities by senior artists. That's NH Investment and Securities Analyst language, from its breakdown of YG's Q1 2026 results. BLACKPINK fits right into that event-driven senior bucket, and so does Big Bang. Per the Korea Herald, Big Bang's 20th anniversary and BLACKPINK's 10th are both being positioned as centerpiece moments for YG's 30th anniversary year. The BLACKPINK mentions feel like more than investor wallpaper because they're specific. The Deadline World Tour, the Tokyo Dome dates in January. Those are real activities on the books, beyond placeholder hype. The tension is that the Korea Herald also notes the members have moved to separate agencies or independent labels for solo work. YG controls the group IP, but not the individual schedules. So when Young Hyun-suk name-checks BLACKPINK in the same breath as the new September boy group debut and BABYMONSTER's world tour kicking off in June, he's tying new roster momentum to a proven IP, and that reads like an earnings call move as much as a fan announcement.
So if BLACKPINK is basically YG's blue-chip IP anchor, while the next-gen machine spins up, does that give the members more leverage going into renewal or project talks? Or does it box them in?
The split between solo labels and the group IP is the thing to watch. It's already the setup that lets the members operate independently, while YG holds the BLACKPINK brand, and that pushes leverage in both directions. Anniversary name checks are nice. For Blinks, the useful signal is whether YG puts a concrete group deliverable, a release window, a tour announcement, anything with a date attached, into the second half of 2026, alongside the new boy group debut in September and BABYMONSTER's rollout.
If you follow BLACKPINK news every day, you might also like New Jeans' daily podcast, a bunny's briefing on Minji, Hanni, Danielle, Heron, and Haeyeon, with Comeback Watch, Adore Hybe updates, music signals, and K-pop news. Find it wherever you listen to podcasts. We'll be watching to see if those contract renewal talks resurface in the second half of 2026. You'll find links to every story from today's episode in the show notes. So if anything caught your ear, you can tap through and read more there. That's Blackpink Daily Podcast for today. This is a Lantern Podcast.